everybody? I'm JJ Johnson. You're watching Reality Survival. So, question of the week for this week is about training. I've had numerous people over the years ask me about what sort of training do you think is best for preppers and stuff like that. And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. And I'm going to throw out a bunch of different, I'm going to put a bunch of links in the description to places that you can go online to get, to find out where classes are offered and all that kind of stuff. But these are just suggestions. There's a lot of different stuff out there, but the main takeaway for you guys is not so much the specific classes that I'm talking about. It's more along the subject matter that I'm talking about, because there's a lot of different trainers out there and all that kind of stuff, and these are just some good examples of some training that I'm aware of, that I've either attended or have been told by people that I know that have been to these classes and stuff like that, that have said that it was good training. Or if I haven't been to it and it's just what I could find online, then I'll let you know that as we go through this. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing is basic CPR first aid, with the American Red Cross. You can find in-person training for about $110 for an adult and pediatrics CPR and AED, which is, what is it? I don't even remember what it is right now, but it's basically a defibrillator, automatic defibrillator training. But this is a good basic first aid, class. It's not super in-depth or anything like that. If you wanted to go a little bit further, I could recommend the Wilderness First Responder by Wilderness Medical Associates. Now, I haven't gone to this specific class, but I have been trained basically to a Wilderness First Responder level when I was a SEER instructor. And so this is kind of the closest equivalent that I could find of that. And it's a 5-day course. And it costs about $650. And that is going to prepare you very well for an off-grid type thing. I think Patriot Nurse also does some different classes and stuff like that. You might check out her channel as well as some of her classes too. And there's probably several other YouTubers that give hands-on training, but she's the one that I'm most aware of right now. Let's see here. So the next thing is the next one is the NOLS, the National Outdoor Leadership School also offers a 9-day program, which is $725 for tuition only. And then you get, it costs a little bit more if you want to have them provide lodging and that kind of thing. But again, link will be in the description there. The next thing you can look at as far as disaster response and that kind of thing is CERT training, and that is essentially, what is it? Geez, I should probably have this, but Citizens Emergency Response Training, I believe, and that is, how can you as a citizen help to respond to certain disasters and that kind of thing. The website will also be in the description. It's citizenscorps.fema.gov, and that's some pretty good training, because that's going to give you an idea of how law enforcement and FEMA and other disaster preparedness agencies and that get involved in that kind of stuff, how they're going to respond to different things. So that's always good to know. So the next thing is some pretty basic rifle, shotgun, and pistol classes. The NRA offers a wide variety of these. I have not personally been through these. All the training that I've gotten in firearms, well, not all of it, but a lot of it has been through the military. And so these are pretty basic courses, my understanding. You get a basic pistol, phase 1 and phase 2. The phase 1 you can do online for $60. The basics of pistol phase 2 is at the range, and it appears to vary in price from what I can see, from anywhere from $30 to $125. At least that's what I found in my area. The NRA instructor rifle course, if you want to go a little bit more advanced and a little bit into the teaching aspect of it, that is ranges from $250 to $350. And then as far as shotguns, NRA has got some shotgun stuff too. The NRA First Step Shotgun Orientation is like $45. They have a ton of different other stuff. The link will be in the description where you can take a look at the other stuff, and it can also help give you a locator so that you can find out if there's training in your area and that kind of thing. Okay, the next thing that I recommend folks look into is some basic driver's training. We spend a lot of our life driving, and having some good hands-on driver's training is something that I think is very valuable because it can really go a long way to help you with accident avoidance and even some of the more specialized classes, high speed and emergency vehicle operations and stuff like that. That can be cool too if you can find somebody to teach it. Now, some basic courses that I've found from a company that I've had training from is ITI, International Training Incorporated, or I think their website is g4siti.com. They do really good driver's training. I've gone through some of their protective service and essentially bodyguard training and some of their tactical training and stuff that they only offer for law enforcement and stuff. But I believe that these courses that they offer to civilians are probably pretty good. I'm going to read the verbiage from their website on one of their classes here. This is called the Advanced Driver Education and Crash Avoidance course. It's a one-day course and it costs $375. And it says the Advanced Driver Training and Crash Avoidance course is designed specifically for young drivers to help them prepare for real-life experiences on the road. The course includes classroom instruction and hands-on driving practicals. The instructors will provide students with the knowledge to become more instinctive drivers by introducing a more proactive skill set they can use when behind the wheel. The course trains students to recognize all aspects of emergent driving situation and execute safe, viable, realistic driving options to avoid or mitigate a crash. Some of the skills that they teach are visual techniques, steering techniques, and management of vehicle dynamics and control, braking systems and management, tire pressure, contact patch traction, driver considerations, and then the driving practical. So the other one that they have is Instinctive Driver. It's a one-day course for $554. And the description on it says, the Instinctive Driving course is designed to familiarize students with the concepts and techniques to help them avoid a crash or minimize damage of an imminent collision. The emphasis of the course is to replace poor driving habits with good ones to become an instinctive driver. This will be explained through proper use of your eyes, steering management, braking, both conventional and analog brake systems, interpreting vehicle language, managing sensory overload, effects of stress, and understanding the importance of vehicle tires. Students who complete the course will have a better understanding of their capabilities and the capabilities of the vehicle. Now, I have personally, like I said, I've been to a lot of their training, and I've used it in a new number of situations when I've had cars pull out in front of me and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing that even years after I went to the training that I was able to just instantly remember some of the stuff that they taught me and use it practically. So I think driver's training is important. Now, they also offer some tactical handgun classes at ITI. Now, you would obviously have to travel to them. But the basic handgun is one day. It's 500 rounds and it costs $166. One day tactical handgun is also $166. The basic carbine, one day, 500 rounds, it's $166, and then tactical carbine is also $166. They do also offer a 2-day tactical carbine and pistol. And that'll incorporate, transitioning between the guns and all that kind of stuff. You shoot 1,000 rounds, and it's $332. So, like I said, I've been impressed with the training that they offer, and I think they do a pretty good job overall. Now, as far as self-defense goes, you guys seen probably the video I did not long ago where I currently study jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I think that's a pretty decent art or martial art for grappling, for the grappling aspect of fighting. But it's not so much in the striking and all that kind of stuff. But one class that I took many years ago that I to this day still remember and will practice with my son and different things like that was a course from Crucible. And again, links will be in the description. And this was called the Crucible Sudden Violence course. This was an outstanding set of training. It's based on the Gung Ho Chuan style of fighting. It's very simplistic movements, but also very effective self-defense fighting. And I think that it's absolutely worth the trip out there. It's in Fredericksburg, Virginia is where it's taught. And it's just really good training. So I'm just going to read a description of their sudden violence course for you real fast, just give you an idea of what it talks about. So the first bullet point is a physically intensive course designed to prepare the student, no matter his or her previous ability, for sudden vicious attacks occurring at close range by one or more assailants who may be armed or unarmed. Okay. Second bullet point is students will learn simple techniques using empty hands, a knife, an expandable baton, and aerosol OC spray that are effective even under stress of psychological effects of startle, fear, and imminent danger. The third bullet point is students will learn how to deliver powerful strikes to their targets by using whole body weight blows, how to change the dominance of a confrontation, how to create pain, how to make space and exploit the space for successful escape. And the last bullet point is they will be shown how to rapidly close on their assailants when necessary, deliver damaging blows, build a secondary gap, and close again with powerful strikes until their opponent is down. Although these techniques are damaging, they do adhere to use of force continuum. The student always chooses how much damage is delivered and when to stop. So, like I said, I've been to Krav Maga and been to other pressure point control tactics training and different stuff like that, a little bit of JKD and stuff. And I found that this training at the Crucible was the best training that I've been to so far at all for self-defense. I highly recommend it. Again, there's numerous other self-defense classes out there. Okay. All right. Now they also do tactical training, and they do a defensive training and combative handgun class, and that was an outstanding set of tactical training as well. And so I can highly recommend their tactical classes also. The one that I specifically had been to is the defensive handgun and combative handgun, and it's a very good class. Okay, now as far as wilderness survival goes, learning wilderness survival techniques and that kind of thing, there's lots of different schools out there, but I haven't been to those schools since I've only been to the military school because that's where I learned. But the one school that I'm aware of that has the best reputation and that has been around for a long time is the Boulder Outdoor Survival School, and they offer like the Mac Daddy of courses, which is probably just as good as or better than the military class that pilots go through and stuff like that for the Air Force. It's a 28-day course, and it's expensive. It's $4,795. That breaks down to about $170 a day. I believe that does include some rations. So when you consider the amount of training that you're getting and you add it all up for that length of time, it's really not that much money because the skills and stuff that you're going to learn in that class is basically all aspects of wilderness survival. So it's pretty cool. They do also offer a 14-day and a 7-day course too, though, if you wanted to have a shorter version of it. So there's that. Now, as far as disaster preparedness and stuff like that, something that I myself even need to learn, and I'm thinking about taking this class. This is just an online class because I wasn't able to find anything as far as in-person canning. But if you know someone, canning and food preservation, if you know someone who's into canning and all that kind of stuff, I'd highly recommend that you learn from them in person. But if you can't do that, then an online course might work. Again, I haven't taken this class, but one I was able to find was at universalclass.com, and it's on basically canning and preserving 101. The online fee is $50 to $75, depending on which option you take. So, that's a possibility, but learning about canning it would be a great skill for a prepper to have. Okay, you could also again, link will be in the description. You can also get the USDA Complete Guide to Home Canning. It's a free download. The link will be down there, and it's a large PDF file that goes into all aspects of canning as well if you want to kind of just do a self-taught thing. And the next thing, gardening. Again, couldn't really find anything for in-person training. I'm sure they're out there. I just wasn't able to locate it. The Oregon State University website had some stuff on their site about gardening, and they offer a free basic botany class. I went ahead and signed up for it. It's easy to sign up. You can sign up in about 5 minutes. And so the botany class is for free, and then they offer several other classes that are $20 per class. And the botany class seems to go into a lot of detail. It's very easy to use. It's got video along with audio that takes you through the different steps and stuff. And it seems like pretty good training. But again, I haven't finished the whole course. I just kind of started the botany one. The other classes that they offer are soils and compost, vegetable gardening, introduction to entomology, plant pathology, understanding pesticides, integrated pest management, and woody landscape plants. And you could pick which ones you want. Okay, and the last thing is animal husbandry. I think that's another good subject that people should have some training in, and again, couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything online either, really, that looked like it was decent. There were some out there, but they looked like they were kind of a scam that were basically just pointing to other YouTube videos. So obviously there's a lot of stuff on YouTube you can use. There are several channels, Homesteady, I think, is one that he talks all about different kinds of homestead stuff and animal husbandry. There are, let's see, what is it? Justin, I gave him a shout out not long ago. Justin something. I'll have to go look. I'll put it down here. I can't remember. But, there's several homesteading channels you can learn from online, but probably the best thing to do would be try to find somebody in your local area who does it and learn from them by helping to volunteer with the animals and that kind of thing, or something along those lines. Obviously, you can get books and stuff like that too, but hands-on is going to be probably important. And that pretty much ends up my list for today. This is really just a primer. I'm hoping to get you to think about going out and getting some training. It's important to have knowledge. It's important to have the right gear, but hands-on experience is the other leg of that kind of tripod. To be a well-rounded person, hands-on experience with doing things, whether that be through practice or whether that be through hands-on training, one way or the other. So I can't stress enough that I think as a part of your budget for your prepping stuff, you should put back some money for training and try to do some training, maybe 3 or 4 times a year, at different places if you can at all do that. I've heard good things about James Yeager's tactical training classes. I haven't been there either. So what else is there? I think that's pretty much it. It's really just to get you guys thinking about this. And again, there'll be a bunch of links and stuff in the description, and you guys can check those out as just a place to start. But you should absolutely expand it from there, because there's a ton more out there that you could definitely do. Anyway, guys, as always, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 Ps. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. And let me know in the comments below what training I left out. If you can think of some good topics and good subjects that other people should get if you're going to be a prepper, stick those in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.